Okay, good day to all students of Pablo S. Villaferte High School. Again, this is your science teacher, Sir Eduardo D. Mali Jr. And today we are going to continue our discussion about the Science 10 Quarter 2 Module 13, wherein our topic is all about reflection of light in curved mirror. This module, the Module 13, we're going to tackle more on the concave mirror. So our most essential learning competency, predict the qualitative characteristics, the orientation, type, and magnification of images formed by plane and curved mirrors and lenses. So our target for this module, describe concave mirror and its image formed. Number 2, identify the characteristics or the properties of image formed by a concave mirrors. So mirror is any smooth, polished, or shining surface that can reflect the light beam and form images. A mirror with a curved reflecting surface is termed as a spherical mirror. It is a mirror which has the shape of a piece cut out of a spherical surface. Or sometimes we are wondering why some mirrors produce images which are larger or smaller than the objects. Side mirrors of vehicles, for example, have images of the whole body of the vehicles behind you, and it helps the driver to have a safe drive all the way. In this module, you will get to know and learn the reflection of light in a curved mirror. Using a concave mirror, you will see the small and large image of an object. So do you want to see the other aspect of your image? So get ready and do the following activities prepared for you. As a short discussion, these are the two kinds of spherical mirror. Number 1, we have the concave mirror. It is a curved mirror in which the reflective surface bulges away from the light source. It is called converging mirror. So another term for concave mirror is the so-called converging mirror, because the parallel incident rays converge or intersect at a focal point after reflection. All the parallel light rays intersect in one particular point, which is the so-called as focal point. And number 2, the convex mirror. It is a curved mirror in which the reflective surface bulges towards the light source. It is called diverging mirror. So another term for convex mirror is diverging mirror, because the parallel incident rays diverge after reflection. So all the parallel light rays diverge or proceed to the different directions after reflection. So when extending the reflected rays behind the mirror, the rays converge at the focus behind the mirror. We will understand more about the convex mirror in the next module. So as you can see, we have here an example of the representation of the concave and convex mirror. We have the spoon. So this part is the so-called the concave mirror, and then the back part of this spoon is the so-called the convex mirror. So you can use a shiny spoon in order for us to understand the different images formed in this concave mirror and then in the convex mirror. So let us continue. Before we proceed to the different activities, again, we are going to try answering this. So directions, read and analyze each statement carefully and choose the letter of the correct answer. For number 1, when the image of an object is seen in a concave mirror, the image will blank. Letter A, always be real. Letter B, always be virtual. Letter C, be either real or virtual. D, will always be magnified. What is the correct answer? Okay, the correct answer, be either real or virtual, meaning concave mirror can produce both real and virtual image. So as we discuss more in this module, you will understand what is the difference between the real and virtual image. So number 2, when the object is at infinity, in the case of a concave mirror, the image formed has the following properties. Letter A, the image is real. B, the image is inverted. Letter C, the image is highly diminished to a point. And letter D, all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Okay, let us now proceed to the number 3. Rays of light traveling parallel to the principal axis of a concave mirror will come together at blank. Letter A, at the center of curvature. Letter B, at the focal point. Letter C, at infinity. Letter D, at a point halfway to the focal point. The correct answer is letter B, at the focal point. Number 4. It is a curved mirror in which the reflective surface bulges away from the light source. Letter A, concave mirror. Letter B, convex mirror. Letter C, plane mirror. Letter D, all of these. So the correct answer is concave mirror. Okay, in number 5, the object and the image formed by this mirror looks bigger than the original size of the object. The correct answer is, okay, letter A, concave mirror. Letter B, convex mirror. Letter C, plane mirror. Letter D, all of these. The correct answer is letter A, that is concave mirror. Let us now do this activity. What is the magic behind this? As you can see in this picture, direction, look in the study the picture above and answer the following questions. So you have to answer these 4 questions based on your observation here. So number 1, what did you see on the mirror? So of course, what is this? Okay, you will be the one to give the answer. Number 2, what did you notice about the size of the image on the mirror? This is the object. What is the image? As if you are going to compare the image to the actual size of the object. Number 3, get a plain mirror and look at the image of your hand on it. How will you compare the reflection or the image on a plain mirror and the image form in a given picture above? So compare using plain mirror. We say plain mirror, we discussed that previously in our module 11 and our module 12. So number 4, what kitchen utensils at home will give you a bigger image or reflection? Find them. So you may now go to your kitchen. So good luck in answering this activity. Okay, next. So let us explore this. Okay, direction. Study the concave mirror diagram that shows the focus or the F, the focal length, the center of curvature or twice the focus, and principal axis. If you are going to use this inner part or the concave mirror, so this is the center of curvature or twice the F. This is the F. F is half the center of the curvature when we are going to talk about the length from the mirror to the distance of the center of curvature. The one half of that is the focus, and this imaginary line is the so-called the principal axis. So number 1, based on your observation here in our diagram, we are going to answer the number 1 to 5. Number 1, if the object is placed at the center of the curvature, where's the location of the image? So we are going to give the example for number 1, that is at C, the same at C. Is the orientation of the image upright or inverted? So you can answer it correctly after completing this discussion. You may try answering this, and after watching this full video, you may go back to this activity to answer it or to check if your answers are correct. So is the orientation of the image upright or inverted? So you have to choose upright or inverted. What is the size of the image? Is it reduced, the same, enlarged, or invisible? Number 4, is the image real or virtual? So as of now, you cannot fully understand what is the difference of real and virtual image. Number 5, it is the distance from the mirror to the focal point. So here you are going to choose the center of curvature, focal length, principal axis, or focus. Okay. Let us now proceed to this one. Keep this in mind. Okay, curved or spherical mirror. A curved mirror is a reflecting surface in which its surface is a section of a sphere. When you say sphere, circle, section of a sphere. There are 2 kinds of curved mirrors, the concave and convex mirror. The concave mirror, it is a curved mirror in which the reflective surface bulges away from the light source. It is called converging mirror because the parallel or incident rays converge or intersect at a focal point after reflection. Okay, these are the important points in a curved mirror. When I say C, or the center of curvature, the center of the sphere of which the mirror is part. So if you are going to locate C in this diagram, this is the C. If you are going to put a compass, wherein you are going to pinpoint this is the center of the circle. So if you are going to make the compass or use the compass, this part of mirror is considered as part of the whole circle. So this is the C, or the center of the circle, or it is named as center of curvature. And vertex A, this is the vertex, the center of the mirror, the point of the mirror surface where focal point or the focus, F the point, or when we say vertex, the center of the mirror, this part wherein the imaginary line or the principal axis in the mirror intersect. The focal point or focus, when I say focal point or focus, the point between the center of the curvature and then the vertex between C and F. So if the distance of C to vertex is 2 meters, therefore the F is 1 meter. That is halfway or 1/2 of C between the distance of C and then the vertex. So when we say, we can also use the 2F, that is equivalent to C if we are going to double the F. And its distance from the mirror is known as the focal length. So the distance from focus to vertex is the so-called focal length. O principal axis, this one. Principal axis, line passing through the center of the sphere. Okay, focal length, the distance from the mirror to the focal point. So you are now familiar with the different terminologies in parts of a concave mirror. So let us now proceed. Concave mirrors can produce both real and virtual images. They can be upright if virtual or inverted if real. So based on this concept, you have now an idea that real image is inverted and virtual image is upright. Or they can be behind the mirror if virtual, behind the mirror, at the back of the mirror. It seems to be that the image is at the back of the mirror, that is virtual. Or in front of the mirror, that is real image. They can also be enlarged, reduced, or the same size as object. So these are the characteristics of the image formation in a concave mirror image. Concave mirrors form real and inverted image. So two kinds of image that concave mirror can produce. Nature. The images formed by concave mirrors are magnified in nature. So that is naturally magnified or enlarged when we are going to use the concave mirror. But sometimes there are some cases that the formation of image in concave mirror is smaller depending on the position of the object. So you can understand that later as we go on our activity. Size. The object in the image formed by concave mirrors looks bigger than the original size of the object. Your face will look much bigger. So if you're going to face at the front of the concave mirror, you will be magnified or become bigger in our image. Position. Concave mirrors form real and inverted images except when the object is between pole and focus. Examples. The examples of concave mirrors are the mirrors used in automobile headlights, reflecting telescopes, torch lights, and many other uses. Okay, usage. Concave mirror is used in the solar furnace. The sun rays are focused at the point by the concave mirror. The concentrated beam of sunlight at a point increases the temperature at that point. So these are the some uses of concave mirrors. Flashlight. Produce a parallel beam. We have telescope to collect light from distant source and focus it for viewing. We have the cosmetic mirror, or majority of the mirror in your beauty kit are concave mirrors. The purpose is to produce an enlarged image. Headlights of a car. To produce a parallel beam of light that can be directed down or straight ahead, or the high beam. Okay, next. Okay, these are the four principal rays in curved mirror in locating the image. Okay, images formed in a curved mirror can be located and described through the ray diagramming. Okay, we are going to use the so-called ray diagramming. We have the P-F ray, or the F and F-P ray, that is number 2. And CC ray and V ray. So let us discuss those four principal rays in curved mirrors. Number 1, if we are going to use the arrow or the source of light here at the tip of the arrow, and the direction of the light is parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis. When you say parallel, two lines that will never intersect. If this parallel light rays parallel to the principal axis reflected by the concave mirror, the direction of the reflected light will be towards the focus, or will pass through the focus. So all parallel light rays, for example, you are going to put another parallel light rays here, that will be directed towards the focus. All the parallel light rays. Okay, number 2, 2P ray. If a light ray from the object passes through the focus and reflected by the concave mirror, the direction or the light rays will be reflected parallel to the principal axis. If the number 1 is parallel, the incident ray is parallel, it will be reflected towards the focus. In number 2, if the incident ray passes through the focus, it will be reflected parallel to the principal axis. Number 3, the CC ray. A ray of light passing through the center of curvature will be reflects back along its own path. So, if this is the incident ray, it will be reflected backward with the same line. So, C, it will pass through again to C backward. So, number 4, V ray. A ray of light directed to the vertex, so at this one, reflects at equal angle from the principal axis. So, if the angle of this is 35 degree, the reflected ray here that hits the vertex will equivalent also to 35 degrees. So, all these orange colored are the reflected ray. So, these are the important things that we are going to use in ray diagramming. So, I'm going to give you example of ray diagramming. Okay, on this next page. Okay, look at this. applying the four principal rays in curved mirror. So we are going to apply all these four. But if you can use only two light rays among these four, that is acceptable. But we are going to show the four. Okay, we have to use the number one. Okay, in number one, parallel light rays. This is the incident ray from the object to the mirror, wherein this incident ray is parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis. What is your guess? Where will be the reflected light rays? What do you think will be the direction of the reflected ray? Okay, it will pass through the focus, correct. That is in number one, four important notes about four principal rays in curved mirror. If that is parallel to the principal axis, that will be reflected towards the focus. Okay, number two, if the incident ray passes through the focus, it will be reflected parallel to the principal axis. Okay, as you can see, the two reflected rays intersects here. Therefore, if this is the source of these two light rays and the reflected rays met here, therefore this is the tip of the arrow. So meaning you can draw an arrow here. So meaning this is the intersecting point wherein this will be the image formation. So before we draw the actual image formation, we have to continue the number 3 light rays. Okay, the third one, when it hits the vertex, it will be reflected at equal angle going here. So let us check. Okay, the same angle. Okay, the number 4, if the incident ray passes to the C or the center of curvature, assuming that the mirror is up to this part, assuming that this mirror is covered up to this part, and assuming that the fourth ray is the mirror, the reflection will be going backward with the same direction. So as you can see, all the four reflected rays intersect at this point. Therefore, we can draw now an arrow here showing that this is the reflected image. This is the object, this is the reflected image. So as you can see, what is the description now? So the description is, of course, in size, location. Where's the location? Okay, in the location is, as you can see, image characteristics, location between C and F. Orientation, inverted. Size is smaller than the object. And type, this is a real image. Because this is the front of the mirror, the image form is in front of the mirror. Therefore, this is a real image. If the image form behind or at the back of the mirror, that is virtual image. And another one, when we say real image, it is being formed by the reflected rays or the real reflected ray. So that is real image. Now you have an idea on how to do the ray diagramming, on how to produce the different images. And later on, I'm going to make a separate video lesson on how to locate the image using the different position, because as we move this arrow towards the mirror, the kind of image will be affected. And the location, the orientation, even the size, even the type will be affected as this object moves towards or nearer to the mirror. In your spoon, using a pencil or a ball pen, you can observe the effects of the distance of the object to the mirror. Okay, let us now proceed to the next activity. Okay, this is also the continuation. Activity A, looking at me, direction, study the given pictures below and answer the questions that follow. Number 1, which picture is a concave mirror? Between this A and B, which is the concave mirror? What do you think will be the answer based on our discussion? Number 2, why do you say so? For example, you choose A, why? You choose B, why you choose B? Okay, activity B, words completion. Direction, study the image in each situation and supply the missing letters to complete the words that will identify the properties of a curved mirror. So, using the ray diagramming method, you can actually make a ray diagramming to identify or to locate the position of the image. But as you can see in these pictures, for example, in this one, this is our example wherein the object is farther than C, the location is here of the image. So we can now complete location between blank and while. Orientation, just supply the missing letter. Size, is it reduced or smaller? Type, is it real or virtual? Okay, next, at the center of the curvature, the object is actually at C. Look at the image. Oh, location, where's the location? Here, at blank. Orientation, okay, very easy to answer. Size, the blank. Type, okay, here's the, you're just going to supply or filled out up the missing letter. Okay, between the center of curvature, assuming that the object goes nearer, this is now at the center of the, this is now in the middle of the C and F. As you can see, this is the image now. Location, is it beyond? Orientation, so you just going to put the missing letters. So answer up to here, but I am advising you to do the actual ray diagramming procedure in order for you to identify the image formed by concave mirror. Fill me up. Location of the object, assuming that the object is farther than the center of curvature. Where is the location? What is the orientation? Is it upright or inverted? What about the size? Same in size, reduce or enlarge. Type, real or virtual. So these are the different locations of the object from the concave mirror. Or farther than C, at C, between the center of curvature in the focal point. Number 4, between the focal point in the center of the lens or the vertex. Oh, this is mirror. This is not lens. The center of mirror. So good luck in answering this. Reflect. Okay, in this part, you're going to write your learnings. Oh, I have learned that, and what are the things that you want to know more about this discussion. Let us now proceed to the word list. The following terms are used in this module. We have the center of curvature or the C, the center of the sphere of which the mirror is part. Its distance from the mirror is known as the radius, a focal point or the focus. The point between the center of the curvature and vertex, it is, and its distance from the mirror is known as the focal length. Real image appears in front of the mirror. When you say real image, this can be projected in screen or in a projector. Okay, reflection, bouncing back of light from surface. And we have vertex, the center of the mirror. Virtual images or image appears behind the mirror. To apply your learning, we have now to answer this assessment test. Okay, identify the what is asked or described in each statement and choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1, if the surface of a mirror is curved inward, it is called blank. Is it convex, concave, plane, all of these? So you will be the one to give the answer. Number 2, the distance from the center of the mirror to the focal point is called the blank. Is it the curvature, the focal length, the vertex, or the radius? Okay, number 3, the object in the image formed by this mirror looks bigger than the original size of the object. What kind of mirror is it? If your image become enlarged, is it concave mirror, B, convex mirror, plane mirror, or all of these kinds of mirrors? Number 4, all of these are examples of concave mirrors except A, automobile headlight, B, dentist's mirror, C, torch light, letter D, rear side mirror of vehicle or the side mirror. Okay, number 5. When the object is placed at the center of the curvature in front of a concave mirror, the image formed are all of the following properties except the image is real, the image is inverted, letter C, the image is larger than size of the object, letter D, the image is formed at the center of curvature in front of the concave mirror. Okay, good luck in answering all of the different activities here in our module. And for our next video lesson, we are going to tackle the module 14, wherein we are going to focus on the convex mirror. If in module 13 here in our discussion, we focus more on the concave mirror, in the next module, we are going to tackle all about the convex mirror. Okay, good luck to every one of us, and I hope you learned a lot from this video lesson. Okay, goodbye and thank you.